And no wind resistance. Change of command I was at just before this was in a hangar, and they opened the visor on the seat. We had it in the front of the C5, which was fun. But the soloist at my prayer straight up. Maintenance always finds unique things to do inside and around it. But I really like this hangar. It had so many events and also it's a very versatile musical hangar. Have you deployed these emergency response?
With CR, I did an operational deployment to Qatar in 2017, 18. That was a big command control. When I did my work with the masterminds, I guess it was didn't feel like 3 weeks of seeing the orders, getting exercise.
Civil engineering. Exactly.
Test 1, 2.
Family.
So it looks like no color guard.
No, they're using it for retirement.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to ask that you please take your seats as our ceremony will begin in just a few moments. At this time, please silence all electronic devices for the duration of the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Airman First Class Layla Jackson. I will be the narrator for today's ceremony. On behalf of the Commander, 621st Contingency Response Wing, Colonel Doug Jackson, and the men and women of the 821st Contingency Response Group, welcome to today's official change of command ceremony in which the reins of responsibility and leadership will pass from Colonel William Wade to Colonel Jeffrey Krulick. During the course of today's events, there will be several times at which we will ask you to stand, if able. During the national anthem, military members will stand at attention. It is appropriate for civilian guests to place their right hand over their heart. The change of command ceremony is rooted in military history dating back to the 18th century. At that time, organizational flags were developed with color arrangements and symbols unique to each particular unit. The flag served as a rallying point and reminder of their allegiance to their leader during battle. To this flag and its commander, military members dedicated their loyalty and trust. When a change of command took place, the flag was passed to the individual unit. All unit members could witness their new leader's responsibility and trust associated with the position of commander. He or she who possessed the flag also held the unit member's allegiance. This symbolic tradition has survived in military history. Please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, followed by the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I invite you to bow your heads in prayer. Holy God, as we say farewell to one commander and greet our new leader, we ask your blessing on each of them. They're each about to take on new responsibilities and opportunities. Those who know them best and love them pray with us that you will inspire the best that is in them. We who have served and will serve with them ask your blessings on them, on ourselves, and on airmen everywhere who risk their lives to defend the world's freedom in the days and years ahead. Inspire us to do our best each day and lead us to serve our leaders with energy, enthusiasm, and effectiveness. Amen.
Thank you, Major Gary Olkowski, for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem, and Chaplain Jason Benzie for those amazing words. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the official party. The presiding officer, Commander, 621st Contingency Response Wing, Colonel Doug Jackson. The outgoing commander, Colonel William Wade, accompanied by his wife Tanya, daughter Sierra, Abigail, and Mackenzie, and family friend Amiko Groder. The incoming commander, Colonel Jeffrey Krulik, accompanied by his wife Elizabeth and children Cara, Stacia, Josie, and Evan. The guidon bearer for today's ceremony, the Superintendent, 821st Contingency Response Group, Chief Master Sergeant Richie Bennett. We are also privileged to have with us today several distinguished guests. Colonel Wade's parents, Colonel William Wade, United States Air Force retired, accompanied by his spouse, Peggy. Colonel Wade's father and mother-in-law, Michael and Sherry Kennedy. Colonel Wade's sister, Whitney Brown, and her husband, Chris, accompanied by their children, Wade, Everly, and Liv. Colonel Wade's aunt, Leslie Wade, and his cousins, Allie, Carly, and Luke. Colonel Wade's family friends, Sue and Sid Girardin. Colonel Krulick's father and mother-in-law, David and Miriam Llewellyn. Colonel Krulick's sister-in-law, Abby Bales, accompanied by Matthew and Hudson. Major General Mark Dillon, United States Air Force retired. Air Force Civic Leader and Travis Golden Bear, Mrs. Sandy Person. Air Mobility Command Civic Leader, Mr. Mark Lillis. Chairman, Travis Community Consortium and Travis Golden Bear, Colonel Len Augustine, United States Air Force retired. The Command Chief, 621st Contingency Response Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Amy Riley. Honorary Command Chief, 621st Contingency Response Wing, Miss Edith Thomas. Honorary Commander, 621st Contingency Response Group, Miss Pat Shemansky. The Commander, 349th Air Mobility Wing, Colonel Lee Merkel. The Vice Commander, 60th Air Mobility Wing, Colonel Zachary Giron, and his wife, Kelly. Although time does not allow us to recognize all our distinguished guests, we also extend a warm welcome to commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, honorary commanders, professional organizations, community partners, and the men and women of Team Travis and Team JBMDL watching today's virtual ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, our presiding officer, Colonel Doug Jackson.
So I now know, even though I've never done it, I know what it's like to parachute and have that moment when you see that the chute opens as I find my binder off here before I walked in. So my chute has opened. All right. Good afternoon. It is a beautiful day at Travis Air Force Base. And like always, it's an even better day to be a Devil Raider. Thank you all for honoring this great team and this pair of outstanding Air Force families with your presence. Let me personally thank first the fantastic Wade family. Will, Tanya, Sierra, Abigail, Mackenzie, thanks for sharing your husband and your father with us. But more than that, thanks for being us. We are all better because of you and your service. Thanks and welcome as well to Will's extended family. Whitney, Chris, Wade, different last name, of course, that would be weird. Everly, Liv, Leslie, Alyssa, Carly, Lucas, and Will's parents. I am so happy that you are all here, and I hope you are all as proud of Will and the entire Wade family as we are. A sincere thanks as well in advance to the Krulik family. Jeff, Liz, Kara, Stacia, Josie, Evan. Welcome back to the team you never left. We're grateful for your support and love and excited to get you up to speed. A warm welcome also to extended family, to David, to Miriam, to Abby, Matthew, Hudson, and to any other member of the family who might have snuck in while I wasn't looking. Thanks for raising and supporting such a great family of servant leaders and patriots. To a role model of mine and a remarkable leader, Major General Dillon, sir, thank you for joining the Devil Raider family this afternoon and for honoring the Wade family tomorrow at the retirement ceremony. I hope being here, seeing so many leaders that you developed, renews a special sense of pride for you and your family's decades of service. Thank you, sir. To the legendary cohort of civic leaders who so admirably support not only the 621 CRW, but also all of the members of Team Travis, Sandy, Mark, Len, Edie, Pat. Thanks, and to so many others for representing the supporting communities that other bases dream of having. Those of us who currently don our nation's because of Americans like all of you. Mission partners of the single best installation collaboration I've ever been part of, Colonel Zach Jerome and Kelly, Colonel Lee Merkel, and all the members of the 60th Air Mobility Wing and the 349th Air Mobility Wing. Thank you for your support, friendship, and teamwork. To my wingmen, our incomparable Command Chief, Amy Riley, and our Vice Wing Commander, Colonel Kyle Benwitz, thank you for being here and there. And more importantly, thanks for being the leaders our wing needs and the partners without whom we can't succeed. Special thanks as well to all the folks who put this together, G-Man, and Jackson, and the myriad members of the 821 CRG who are making this such a fantastic event, as well as the Band of the Golden West. And finally, to all my fellow Devil Raiders, those present and those unable to be here, particularly the 271, including 82 members of the 821st Contingency Response Group, deployed right now doing our nation's most critical missions around the world. Thanks for your passion, your commitment, and for being a part of the most ready, resilient, and caring organization in our Air Force. And that's the end of my thanks, I swear. Like Airman Jackson just explained, changes of command are a tradition that endures to ensure units recognize transfer of authority. A simple act to keep teammates informed. But for those who've been around the block, you know they're often quite a bit more. We celebrate achievement, offer thanks for a job well done, and welcome a new team to the awesome responsibility of command. In the process of doing so, spoiler alert, sometimes the participants get choked up, reflecting on all that's happened and the daunting to-do list that remains. Heck, you might even witness that type of emotional expression this afternoon. But what? You won't see it from me. Like on a lot of subjects, I tend to see these ceremonies a bit differently. I mean, I may cry at the end of Titanic. I mean, seriously, there was obviously enough room on that log for Leo to get on. But I'm all smiles today. If an outbound command team like Colonel Will and Tanya Wade gave every ounce of their energy to their organization and left nothing in reserve, why in the world would I be sad when they move on to their next challenge? If remarkable leaders like Will and Tanya cultivated strong relationships, a sense of purpose, and a culture of caring that enveloped the mission, airmen, and families of the organization they were entrusted to lead, who would want to shed a tear? Rules. Whether marking our time, a remarkable organization like the 821 CRG, replete with star performers and even more impressive accomplishments, or counting our days serving our great nation, or even those we spend on this earth, our time is fleeting. That's the deal. Nothing gold can stay. But man, the time we had in the 821 CRG under the leadership of the Wade family, the civilians saved in devastated regions by natural disasters, the American service members safely returned to their loved ones from war zones around the world, the lives enriched and protected by caring servant leaders like the distinguished gentleman to my left and his family. With accomplishments like that you'll hear more about tomorrow during the reading of a richly deserved Legion of Merit during Will's retirement ceremony, why be somber? From Dorian to Dwyer, from Somalia to Suda Bay, from Travis to Tel Aviv, we thrived. And I'm sorry, I can't be sad. I'm just grateful that folks like Will and Tanya crossed our paths. And I'm excited for the great adventures for them moving forward. Thank you both for an amazing ride. Godspeed and give them hell. I guess perhaps my lack of sadness is also because I have so much faith, confidence, and trust in the outstanding leadership team and family that will assume the mantle of command that Will relinquishes. Colonel Jeff Krulik, Liz, and their family know us. They know Team Travis. In the parlance of mafia movies, they're friends of the family. In perhaps the more appropriate parlance of the 621st Contingency Response Wing, they are devil raiders. They come back to our team from United States Transportation Command, but as you all know, they never really left. They know our challenges, they've lived our reality, and they are perfectly prepared to advance our enduring priorities, our mission, our airmen, and our families. Jeff, Liz, Team Krulik, we know you have enormous shoes to fill, but not a moment of doubt that you will do so with passion, compassion, and the devil raider spirit that may experience setbacks, but never fails. Congratulations, you are ready. Go fast, be bold. I trust you. Give them hell. Thank you all for joining us today. As we proceed with our ceremony, may God bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Colonel Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing commander, Colonel Wade.
Sir, I guess like you, my parachute's ready and willing, but when you've got pitwabs in the room, Jesse, Jack, sir, we're good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the 821st Contingency Response Group, commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, honorary commanders, friends, and family. Whether in person or dialed in virtually, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us here today. We are humbled by your presence and your continued support. Colonel Jackson, Chief Riley. Thank you for your confidence in Tanya and me to lead this incredible organization, filled with incredible airmen who are tasked with an incredible mission. We have enjoyed serving with you and are in awe of where you've taken the Contingency Response Wing and the Contingency Response community. We are no longer a backwater afterthought of Air Mobility Command or the Air Force, forged in fire. The CR tabs we wear are respected in headquarters and dirty, grimy operating locations around the globe more than ever. Jeff, Liz, Cara, Stasia, Josie, Evan, thank you for your continued friendship over the years, and on behalf of the entire group, welcome back to Travis and to the contingency response community. Lead well, care for our airmen and their families, and most importantly, have fun doing it. Chief, can I get a hooah? Come on, you can do it. Can I get a hooah? Just a little one? Thanks, Chief. Thanks for being my partner in crime. You're a great chief, a great superintendent. More importantly, you're a great airman, father, husband, and a friend. Thank you for all your mentorship and counsel. I've learned a lot from you and respect you and Tabitha to the moon. To the 821 CRG commanders, superintendents, and first sergeants, I honor you today and cannot adequately express my gratitude and appreciation for what you do for our airmen every single day. You're simply amazing. To General Dillon, thank you for joining us today, sir, and for officiating my retirement tomorrow. Today, with 3 double deucers standing on the stage, it is just one testament to your leadership and to your amazing legacy in our Air Force. Thank you for your and Sarah's lasting impact on those who serve and have served with you, and for being a role model for us till today. I'd like to acknowledge that an event like this doesn't happen without effort. So I'd like to thank Captain Comer. Where are you at? She's out there. There. Master Sergeant Singleton and their team for putting this ceremony together. Chaplain, thank you for your inspired invocation. Major Gary Okowski. Thank you for singing today's national anthem. For those who don't know, by my count, this is the 5th time you've honored us and our family, and on this occasion, taking leave to do so. Please give Becca and your 5 boys all of our love, Gary. We appreciate the 2 of you more than you know. Colonel Jackson, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to take the liberty to recap some of our wing priorities in the form of mission airmen and families and see where the 821st has taken them today. Mission. The mission is why the organization exists. Using the equipment that you see behind you today, contingency response airmen enable the nation's ability to rapidly project power globally. Today, contingency response wing airmen are deployed and executing that exact mission. Our organization provides America's strategic leaders mobility options, capabilities that no other nation in the world can come close to matching. We are charged with always being ready, and we have answered the nation's call time and time again. Personally, the highlight of my Air Force career was leading a contingency response force to the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian in the fall of 2019. I will never forget the experience, and as a result, I am forever bonded with a team and our dynamic mission. Professionally, I am honored our nation's leaders ask the 821st Contingency Response Group to solve some of the nation's most difficult logistical challenges. Within the last year, by order of the President, Our airmen helped move U.S. forces out of Somalia. Our airmen came to the aid of fellow Americans in Texas following severe winter storms. And today, our airmen are answering the president's mandate to withdraw all U.S. forces out of Afghanistan. With the deepest appreciation and admiration, I'd like to thank all of the airmen in our group and our wing for being ready to execute our mission anywhere, anytime. On to enduring priority number 2, our airmen. They are what make the mission happen and are by far the most precious part of our organization. 2 years ago, when I accepted command, I pledged to advocate for and serve the members of the 821st Contingency Response Group to the best of my ability. Unbeknownst to any of us then, we would be confronted with some incredible challenges over the next 2 years, to include the loss of 3 of our own, wildfire evacuations, and some little global pandemic called COVID-19. Yet through it all, our airmen continuously demonstrated the ability to rally around each other and come out stronger in the end, truly forged in fire. Enduring priority number 3 are our families. Behind every airman is a family that loves and cares for them, whether they share the same DNA or not. Families, friends, and wingmen provide the support that we all need to do what we need to do. I would like to take a moment to recognize my family for the support they provide me, our airmen, and our airmen's families, and lastly, our nation. I'd like to start with my beautiful bride of 21 years, Tanya, and our 3 smart, resilient, caring, beautiful daughters, Sierra, Abigail, and Mackenzie. I recognize the sacrifices you make every day to support me and our airmen. Thank you for your continued service without pay. I love you with all my heart, and you are everything to me. To my parents, Neil and Peggy, and my sister Whitney and her husband Chris, and their 3 beautiful children, thank you for your unceasing love and support. I am thankful for the life lessons you have taught me from an early age and make me who I am today. We love you. Sue and Sid, I throw you in there too, because you might as well be our parents too. Aunt Leslie, Carly, Allie, Luke, thank you for joining us today. We miss Uncle David dearly, but still love and appreciate you, and are so glad you made it out, with some difficulty, Allie, to celebrate us. To Tanya's mother, Cherie, and stepfather, Michael, for allowing me to steal your beautiful daughter from you and whisk her around the world. Thank you for your never-ending love and support. While we don't share the same DNA, I'd also like to give a shout out to my brother from another mother, Sean Kelly, and his son, Logan. You at Sean? There you are. At times, I spent more time with Sean in far-flung places around the world than I spent with my own family. Sorry, brother. Whether or not like it now, you're part of the family. Likewise, to the airmen and families of the 821st Contingency Response Group, you are now unwitting members of our family. Thank you for being there for us and for each other, because that's what families do. Beyond our shared priorities of mission, airmen, and family, our group also prioritized the CR. In this case, it's not contingency response. Instead, it's community and readiness. Community. As our friends from the 60th Air Mobility Wing can attest, it takes a whole village to launch a mighty C-5. The same applies to sustaining and launching our nation's contingency response forces. We truly value the 821st Contingency Response Group partnerships with our own wing, to include the wing staff and our sister CRG on the East Coast, and our Air Mobility Advisory Group brethren, Greg, Phil, where are you at? There you are. Thank you guys for your partnership and for your friendship. Of course, none of this would be possible without the support provided by our host installation. With that in mind, I'd like to take a moment to thank our Travis partners, Zach, Kelly, Jay, Kat, Mel, Luella, Greg, Patricia, and I know Gwen's out there running the world somewhere, taking over great things. And to all the other members of the 60 Air Mobility Wing, thank you for what you do every single day. To our 349th brethren, Colonel Merkel, thank you. Colonel Scott, appreciate it, thank you. We appreciate your partnership and what you bring to the fight, and we enjoy working with you every single day. I would also like to thank our partners in the local community. Whether you realize it or not, the support you provide our mission and our airmen and our families make this all possible. To our Golden Bears, Sandy, Mark, Len, and Scott, we know he wants to be here, he just couldn't make it. Thank you for your timeless support, energy, and enthusiasm. To our honorary commanders, past and present, Pat, glad to have you, ma'am. COVID has sucked, but we're thank you for being part of our fun and often dysfunctional family. To the entire village, thank you. You're all important partners that help make the CRG what it is. Last but not least, I'd like to highlight our mandate of always being ready. Our ability to get out the door rapidly is why we exist, and as an organization, and why our nation spends its precious resources and funds to support who we are. Our group, our multi-capable airmen, are proven benchmarks for the rest of the United States Air Force. But we must continue to strive to be lighter, leaner, and more ready. The modern national security environment demands we continue to push the envelope. And as my last official duty, I challenge the members of the 821st to continue to challenge yourselves and make your proverbial defensive fighting position better than you found it. With that, I would like to thank the 821st Contingency Response Group for bringing Team Wade into the Hellhound, Dragon, Gladiator, and Devil Raider families. It has truly been an honor to serve with you, and most importantly, for you. Continue to create order from chaos, and last but not least, give them hell. Thank you.
At this time, on behalf of the men and women of the 821st Contingency Response Group, Colonel McClaskey will render a final salute to the outgoing commander. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command ceremony.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Special Order 20010, dated 12 May 2021, Colonel Jeffrey Krulik is appointed commander. 821st Contingency Response Group, Travis Air Force Base, California, effective 10 June 2021, under authority of Air Force Instruction 51-604. Please be seated. On behalf of Colonel Jackson, it is my pleasure to introduce the new commander of the 821st Contingency Response Group, Colonel Jeffrey Krulik.
So my parachute has actually opened because I'm the last one up here. So there's only one sheet of paper left. So that's really good news. Wow. Good afternoon. So my first impression standing up here is that is just absolutely awesome. I'm humbled to be a part of this important Air Force tradition to assume command responsibility. First, there's so many folks that, as we talked about before, who made this ceremony possible while doing the incredible job of keeping up with mission requirements. And just to, again, highlight Captain Comer, Master Sergeant Stapleton, and A1C Jackson. Also, thank you to the entire team from here at Devil Raiders and also 60th PA protocol teams, the band, the Golden West. All of you are absolute professionals who make all this look really easy. Chaplain, I appreciate your words, and they remind me to be thankful for the many blessings and the opportunity to continue to serve. G-Man, thanks for being here. I know it means a lot to the Wade family, and you did an amazing job. So good job. Colonel Jackson, thank you for being here today, even as you are in the midst of your own transition to do more great things for our Air Force. And I'm grateful for your trust to lead the 821 CRG. To Chief Riley, Chief Bennett, Commanders, Chiefs, and all the CRW teammates that are here today and online, I'm super excited to rejoin the Devil Raider family. I'm thankful for the community leaders that are here today and your incredible support for our airmen, and I look forward to getting reacquainting with you. Colonel Markle, Colonel John, Kelly, thanks so much for being here, and it's super awesome to be part of Team Travis again. General Dillon, I know the connections to you have been mentioned, and I'll just pile on. It's just awesome that you could be here to honor Colonel Wade tomorrow, and I'm thankful to have benefited from Lieutenant Colonel Dillon's leadership just a few hundred yards from here in the 22nd. Will and Tanya, you are such a great team who care deeply for your family, our airmen, and are incredibly passionate about serving. Will, it's an absolute honor to be following in your footsteps, and I'm ready to accept the challenge to live up to your leadership example. So with Team Krulik's arrival back to NorCal, I'm super grateful that we've got family nearby to welcome us back west, and we look forward to making lots of memories together. I do want to call out a good friend, Matt Gill, the bearded guy in the middle there, who flew out from Pennsylvania to be here. He's an Air Force veteran, LRO, and our friendship goes back to our first day on campus at Penn State, let's just say sometime in the 90s. Liz, thank you for being my biggest fan on our continuing adventure. As always, you rock it. Kara, Stasia, Josie, Evan, you are each a blessing from the Lord, and the opportunity to be your dad is my life's greatest privilege. Finally, to the CR Airmen and the Gladiators, Hellhounds, and Dragons, you are the reason we are here today. You respond at a moment's notice to airfields around the globe from teams from 2 to 200 to guarantee the delivery of air power. And our nation's senior leaders rely upon that guarantee. In 1789, during his first address to Congress as president, George Washington said, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace." Your adaptive, innovative, and ready-to-go culture of your squadrons is absolutely critical to our nation's deterrence credibility to preserve that peace. I hope you can tell that I'm incredibly passionate about CR Airmen and your mission. There's no place that I'd rather be than leading and serving alongside each of you. And I'm proud to be joining your team. Now let's get after it.
At this time, on behalf of the men and women of the 821st Contingency Response Group, Colonel Colin McClaskey will render a first salute to the new commander. Thank you, Colonel Krulik. We look forward to your leadership and guidance. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our change of command ceremony. Please stand for the playing of the Air Force song by the Band of the Golden West and the departure of the official party. We thank you for joining us and have a wonderful day. Here we go. Give me the gun. James one wonder. Live a road. Live in flame. Go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.